Hi everybody, it's Marjorie Waldo at Arts Garage for Marjorie's Minutes. This month I would like to talk to you about a couple of things that were the impetus for me coming to Arts Garage. But first I want to thank the City of Delray Beach Magazine and Rachel Levy, who did an article on our work at Arts Garage in the issue number 4, Fall Winter 2023. It's a beautiful spread with photos and tells a little bit of our story in the turnaround that we've been in the last 7 years. So that we've overcome in the last 7 years. It's not really still happening. We're in the most amazing growth mode that I could imagine. So, but it tells the story of our turnaround, and it's a really cool article, and we thank the city for featuring us and Rachel for doing such a good job with the interview. So I wanted to mention that. If you haven't seen it, try to find it at the Chamber or probably downtown in some restaurants or the hotels. Or at the city, of course. So when I came to Arts Garage in 2016, part of it was because I had experience with Arts Garage as a community member and leader of a public charter school. The garage helped accommodate my kids who were unaccustomed to being in formal settings like theaters, and we got some experiences that those children would have probably never gotten. That was, of course, my beginning understanding of what Arts Garage was. But long before that, I went to UVA, and undergrad, I was a theater major. And so when the opportunity came up for me to interview for and accept the position of president and CEO, part of what I wanted was theater, because it's one of my first loves. The only one that's been particularly faithful to me. In fact, I still love theater as much as I did when I was 16. I'm excited to tell you, and while we've been doing theater, thanks to Michelle Diaz, our director of theater arts, for a couple of years, we finally formalized a season, and we're catching up with ourselves. So we have 3 shows coming, and within the next week or so, there will be a subscription package available for all 3, where you can get a slightly discounted ticket price if you purchase the subscription for the 3 shows. You know that our theater pieces are non-traditional. They do not involve big sets, but they are professionally crafted. So on November 5th is the first one. It is called A Mile in My Shoes. It is acted and written by the same woman whose name I did not write down. Do you remember? I can't. That's terrible. Anyway, she's amazing. It's a play about homelessness, and we're collaborating with the Delray Beach Initiative to End Homelessness. Ezra Krigg and the City of Delray Beach do an incredible job battling this epidemic, and we've seen it a lot in Delray over the years, certainly in the 25 or so years that I've lived here. It's a big difference. So that night, it's a one-woman show with a Q&A afterwards with the actress / playwright and the initiative to end homelessness, where we'll talk about the issue of homelessness, hopefully give some insight into maybe what we can all do, but just the experience that homeless people often have. And we'll do a donation drive of new men's underwear to give back to the community that needs them. It used to be socks that were needed most or requested most by homeless people. Now it is underwear. And there are significantly more men who are homeless than women, so we're asking only this time for male underwear. On December 3rd, we'll do our second piece, which is called Delray Stories. And this is going to be a series that we do every year. The first theme for the series is called Wisdom, Beauty, and Inspiration. And the theme is inspired by Delray Beach's seniors. We are collecting stories, and if you have a story you'd like to share, you can share it in a variety of ways, from seniors who live in Delray Beach. I refuse to say that I'm a senior, but I am submitting a piece to this production. Those pieces will all be, the stories will be taken and put into a monologue format by professional playwrights, and the monologues will be acted out on the stage by professional actors. We would love to showcase a story by you, so if you are a senior live in the area and would like to submit something, we'd love to see what you have to say. We can come to you if you can't get out. We can help you by recording what you say and using the audio or video recording to craft the monologue, or you can submit it by email or by regular snail mail, and then we'll transform it. The second half of that evening will be an original play reading of Winter, which is a new play by Mark Scharf, who is a prolific playwright who, as it occurs, was in the Master's Theater program at UVA when I was an undergrad. So fortunately, he is older than me, and he will always be older than me no matter how old I am. He is a dear friend and an incredibly talented professional theater person, acts and directs and does voiceovers, but his passion is playwriting. And if you look him up, we've done a piece here of his before as well, but if you look him up on the web, SCHARF, Mark Scharf, you'll see how many pieces he has written and had produced. He's an unbelievable talent. And of course, our own Michelle Diaz will help with that. And if you don't know, Michelle started her own theater company, I believe in New York, has written plays, directed, acted in stage and screen. And before I stole her from FAU, she was teaching at FAU as well in the theater department. So it will be a really cool night, and it will be have a very special local feel. On March 10th, the third and final piece of our season is called Black Angels Over Tuskegee. This is a play written and directed by Leon Gray, and it is a traveling production, I believe from Maryland. I'm not positive, but somewhere in the Northeast. And it's looking at a collection of 7 or 8 Black angels who were the first African American pilots, aviators in the U.S. Army Air Force during the Jim Crow era. And they're sharing their story of the obstacles they faced and overcame as they patriotically did their service to our country, which is an amazing thing. It's going to be a really good one. It's fortunately sponsored by 2 local people who love theater and love civil rights topics, Nancy Channon and Bob and Linda Schmier. As a result, we will be able to produce something that otherwise we would not be able to. So I hope you will check it out. All 3 of these pieces are going to be a lot of fun. If you can save the dates, November 5th, December 3rd, and March 10th, and then check out the subscription package when it goes live. You can purchase tickets now, but check out the subscription package and please join us for these pieces. I do want to mention that our annual membership program is really doing well. In less than a month, we have 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 or 10 members. The 3 top tier levels receive some free tickets and advance notice and ability to purchase some of our most popular performances. So those people have already taken advantage of their freebies and have started to purchase tickets for the advance notice shows. So if you don't want to join the membership program, that's fine. What you will see is when we list the show, if you're interested in it and you go to purchase a ticket, it will tell you that you can't purchase yet because it's only live for members, but it will also tell you how long that hold is for the members to have their advance purchase. So it's usually 2 or 3 weeks. So then you can get your ticket. So it doesn't limit you from finding a great spot. The last thing I want to tell you about is that after a year of working on the stand-up comedy series, The Art of Laughter, where we are showcasing touring professional comedians, these guys are all connected to the Comedy Zone roster of performers. They have performed all over the country, many of them in other countries, and lots of them have been on America's Got Talent or Comedy Central or other special TV comedy shows. Our last performer, Gina Brion, who was here in August at the beginning of the month. It's always the first Friday of each month, sold out. And I'm so proud of that. Our marketing team has been working really hard to make sure that not only am I curating the right comedians for you, but that we're getting the word out that that's another discipline of the arts that we showcase at Arts Garage. So I just want to hit you with the next 4 comedians' names so you can look them up. In September, we have Greg Morton. You saw him on America's Got Talent. He does incredible impressions. And if you look up oh no, my techie friends are going to be mad. It's either Star Wars or Star Trek. I think it's Star Wars. We're going to go with Star Wars. Chewbacca, is that Star Wars? Okay, so Star Wars impression is hysterical. You can find it on YouTube easily. That's September, the first Friday. October is Mia Jackson. She is a hysterical woman who I think will have you giggling pretty hard. November is Doug Smith, and December is Tammy Pescatelli. So it's a really cool crew. We've already started booking for the 2024 First Fridays, and I can't wait for you to come. I love those pieces, and if I need anything, it's to laugh, and I'm imagining that's a universal need. So I love you all. Check out theater. Check out comedy. Of course, amazing music all the time. I have 6 open dates between now and April of 2024. So you're going to see the calendar just full of opportunities to come out with your friends or your lover and hang out at Arts Garage and get a drink and watch an incredible show. So come check us out.